Hello everybody!
Hello!
And welcome to the next video in our series where we're going to take a deep dive into the Destiny. Now, for those of you that don't know, my name is Cody.
And I'm Cheyenne.
And we're Wend and Wander. And within a week and a half, we're going to be on the maiden voyage of the Destiny. So we thought, what better time to do a little deep dive into what we know is going to be on the ship, and cover as much of it as we can. It's very possible we may miss some things because we're
100% going to miss some things because there's just so much. Unless you wanted this video to be like 5 hours long.
Yeah, so
can't fit everything in.
Yeah, we're going to do a deep dive on the things that excite us the most, what we're looking forward to the most, and hopefully all the things that we're going to be able to accomplish doing while we are on the ship. We only have 4 days, so our hopes and the realistic side of things are probably wrong, but we're hopeful, so we'll see.
We hope, and there's a good amount that's different on, between the wish, the treasure, the destiny, there's been a lot that's changed up between all of them, so we're really going to focus on what is going to be different on the destiny as opposed to everything that's on the destiny. So we are probably going to brush over a lot of the things that are likely going to be very similar
on the other ships.
Yeah, and focus really on what's going to be different and what we're excited about.
Yeah, so let's get into it.
So first and foremost, we're going to discuss just the overall theming of this ship, because this, I feel like the Destiny has a very strong theme compared to the other ones. At least Treasure had a pretty good, solid theme with adventure tied to it. Wish, with enchantment, I think was the overall theme of the Wish, but this one has like a heroes and villains. It is so just being
ingrained.
Yeah, so ingrained in a lot of what is across the ship overall. Plus, I feel like there's also this secondary theme of Marvel to it too, which is how much Marvel stuff is on it as well. But we'll at least start off with going over all of the theming on the ship and diving into a few of those details that we expect to see. Starting off with what Disney has announced for the theme so far, we have a first of its kind design theme, which is heroes and villains that draws on the legacies of beloved Disney stories, characters, and theme park attractions. And Disney has released that both the cruise line and WDI teams were inspired by the dynamic duality of every great Disney story when developing this ship, where opposing forces of light and dark drive characters to rise to their purpose. And on board, guests are going to encounter heroes and villains alike, including some from, of course, The Lion King, Hercules, 101 Dalmatians, with spaces, experiences, entertainment throughout their voyage. So, of course, kind of like we said, heroes and villains, super big. Marvel, going to be super big on the ship.
Yeah.
Super exciting because it's, I feel, especially leaning into the villains piece particularly, so different than what Disney has done before. Yeah,
but Disney is well known for their protagonist and antagonist views on both movies, shows, or park characters and things like that, but people love their villains. People love their villains. So my hope is that this ship will dive more into the villainous side of things. We won't know until we get on the ship. There's plenty of hero-inspired things themed throughout the entire ship, but I think the villainous side of things is something that people are the most excited about, dare I say? Yeah,
I would say so too. I feel like, especially, kind of tying into there's Villains Land,
which everyone wanted before they announced it was coming out, but, kind of backpacking on that, it's just another place where maybe potentially people are going to be able to meet some of their favorite villainous characters, possibly. Do we know that?
I think there's going to be meet and greet. Villain meet and greets all across the ship. We'll get into the entertainment a little bit later.
We'll get into all that. But just the theming of heroes versus villains, I think, is a very cool, and obviously it's unique because they're trying to shape each ship a little bit differently as to the styles that you're going to see while you're on board. I'll be curious to see exactly how they execute this throughout the entire ship. We've definitely already picked out some things that we're a little bit confused on in regards to that theming, but overall, I think it's a very exciting thought process to go for a theming of a ship.
Yeah, and what I like the most, I think, about this is that they've just, with the Wish class, have done such a variety of themes with the kind of classic enchantment, the adventure, now heroes and villains. They're so different. very IP driven, but then you also have the previous ships that were very more like classic nautical theming to them. So it's just, I like that Disney is giving everyone a variety of options to choose from. If you like that more classic style of ship, you can go with some of the older ones. If you do like to lean into all of the everything super Disney-fied, you've got these newer ships. I like that there's just a few options now depending on what your preferences are.
Yeah, I agree. I think they could update the older ships a little bit in regards to dining options and things like that to give them a better competitive quality against the newer ships. But regardless, I agree. I think it's a very cool choice to have these types of different IPs. You can pick which one you enjoy the most. You know, it doesn't always come down to just the ship theming. It could be the ship goes to these specific places that
itinerary is very big.
It's very big. You know, that may be the thing that ultimately chooses what ship you end up sailing on, but you have a variety, so you can choose what works best for you.
Yeah. Let's dive into a few more of the details around theming, and we're going to start that out with going into the character on the ship stern. So diving into the stern character, it is going to be Spider-Man! Very classic, and here's what Disney had to say about choosing Spider-Man as the ship stern character. So for the first time in Disney Cruise Line history, a Marvel superhero will be the signature stern character, which is a hallmark design feature that represents each ship's unique theme and personality. So that does very much, I mean, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Like, Spider-Man's what I feel like one of the most, if not the most popular Marvel character.
Yeah, everybody knows Spider-Man. Even if you're not a Marvel fan, you've heard of Spider-Man before, which makes sense as to why they chose him to be the character on the ship itself. Do we want that? That's the question. What do you think?
Oh boy, okay, this may be a little bit of a hot take here, but it's not that I'm tired of Spider-Man per se, it's just he's everywhere. He's in so many places. Like everywhere I turn, there's Spider-Man here, Spider-Man there. Would have maybe liked to see a different choice on the stern, but because the stern characters are usually like very iconic characters, I think it makes sense. I understand. Yeah, I understand why they chose Spider-Man. It's just me personally. I would have maybe liked to see like Iron Man on the back.
That would have been a cool one, yeah.
Because and Iron Man was like the start of it all.
Iron Man was the start of the Marvel franchise for theatrical release. And that would have been, I would have liked that personally a little bit more than Spider-Man. But I have no quarrel with Spider-Man whatsoever. But yeah, I think I would have, I love the Iron Man choice. I don't have a specific character in mind. I think I would have loved to see some sort of villain on the back of the ship.
That would be cool.
I just think they have Black Panther in as the atrium statue, and that's an excellent hero choice to represent.
Which we'll get to the atrium statue in a bit.
We'll get to that. I think it's an excellent choice for that statue, but I don't know. I think Spider-Man was just a very obvious pick, and I would have liked something a little bit more unique to it, where I think a fun villain on the back could have been something. I know that they've got Captain Hook.
Yeah, they did do Captain Hook on the treasure.
Yeah, so obviously don't do Captain Hook, but maybe there's a different Marvel villain that could be utilized on the back of the ship if they're going with a more Marvel themed hero and villain decision going across the entire ship.
Now I'm just picturing Thanos on the back of the
I was
ship.
thinking the same thing. Yeah, he's coming out of the back. That'd be pretty sick, actually.
That'd be crazy.
I think villain-wise, Thanos obviously is very, very well known. Loki is a very popular one.
Loki would have been cool.
That he shifts between good and bad throughout the franchise, but Loki is a very iconic.
But that would have been a cool one because he was both kind of a hero and a villain.
Exactly. So, it could have meshed in. I just think that there were, I understand the choice of Spider-Man.
Yes,
and I think it's great. He looks awesome. I think it's going to be a fantastic addition to all the characters that have introduced themselves onto the ships themselves. But I would have liked to see a villain, personally. Or Iron Man. That was cool.
This is going to be our new Cinderella. Everyone's going to think we hate Spider-Man. We don't hate Spider-Man.
We don't hate Spider-Man. Yeah, we don't hate Spider-Man. Yeah.
Now we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the atrium details.
Yes.
So with the atrium, we have both the overall design and then of course, the atrium statue, the iconic atrium statue that we'll dive a little bit deeper into.
Yeah.
The Grand Hall as Disney has announced, will be very much themed after Black Panther. Yes, very cool decision, I think. And here's what Disney had to say about that choice. So the Grand Hall will be inspired by the rich lore, distinctive iconography. I've messed this up so many times. Distinctive iconography and vibrant palette of Marvel Studios' Black Panther films. And the design team apparently consulted with the costume team from Black Panther, and those insights helped fashion the creative vision for the space, including metalwork on the pillars inspired by the banded armor and stacked jewelry found in Wakanda.
Oh, interesting.
A breathtaking light fixture inspired by vibranium. So the light fixture, the big chandelier that's in every atrium, inspired by vibranium. The rare metallic ore found in the fictional nation will generate show-stopping effects that fill the room with life and color. So I think that...
Interesting.
Yeah, and I feel like that explains, because looking at the concept art for the Grand Hall, it...
Yeah, you got to read the description for it to really mesh better.
There were a few things in the concept art without knowing that description that I was like, okay, I can kind of see Black Panther here.
Yeah.
But it
seemed very minimalistic to Black Panther off of just first looking at the concept art. The design choices of like the pillars and the different areas, but mainly the color of the atrium gave me a vibe of Queen Ramonda. She has very stylistic clothing, very ceremonial inside of the movies, and she has a few of her pieces that she wears are colored more around like white and gold, which initially me thinking about Black Panther without seeing the concept art, I was thinking that it was going to be themed a little bit more like with blacks, purples, and golds and things like that, because that's the color palette I think of when I think of Black Panther. But I will say, after having thought about it a little bit and reading the description helped very, very much. I also think the choice of white is smart, because depending upon the shows that you're doing inside of the atrium and the things that you're doing, white gives you a much better availability to change the color of the atrium in whatever direction you want to go. If you move with darker walls and things like that, you're really limiting the ability of the lighting that you're able to do inside of the atrium. So I'm starting to understand the lighter color palette more, because it gives them more ability to change it to the color that they're trying to achieve for any shows or good night things that they're doing within the atrium itself. So my initial reaction was, this is weird, but after having read the description and then seeing or thinking about it a little bit more, I do understand it. Now, the concept art looks, like you said, very, very minimalistic to me. So I'm curious to see in person if it gives me more of a Black Panther feel than what the concept art does, especially with the lighting fixture being themed after vibranium. That's awesome. Cool. But I want to see that in person, because I feel like that's going to give me more of a vibe of Black Panther in person than it does through the concept art. At
least I hope so. I feel like we've gone in a little, I don't want to say disappointed, it's just something we've gone into, where it's been different than what we expected based on what we saw in concept art. So, I'll be curious to see how we feel when we go into the atrium in the Grand Hall.
I'm very excited for it, though, because, I mean, it's the most beautiful part of the ship. They make it that way because it's your grand entrance. It's your very first interaction with the ship itself. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. The question will be, do we think it matches the theming of Black Panther and also heroes and villains once we see once we see it for the first time?
We'll see. We'll see. Speaking of the Grand Hall and what's going to be inside the Grand Hall, of course, the iconic statue, which will be Black Panther, which love that choice.
That's a great
overall.
choice. You have to go with that.
Yeah. There were a couple of characters I was thinking of, and then when they announced it was Black Panther, it was like, oh yeah, that's just it. A good choice.
It's such a good honor to Chadwick as well. So
Disney, of course, has said that the stunning statue of T'Challa, the Black Panther, King of Wakanda, devoted son, and beloved brother, sworn to protect his kingdom and now the Disney destiny.
Yes.
He'll be the statue, and I'm...
Excellent choice.
Yes, looking forward to it. However, I do feel like just looking at the concept art, like the statue just looks... It contrasts a lot with the actual theming and color
The look
palette of
surrounding it.
of the Grand Hall. So I'm going to be very curious to see what that looks like in person.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is going to be
Yeah, we'll have to
from
see
the
what it looks
concept
like.
art.
Yeah.
We'll have to get a better vibe for it in person, but I love the choice of Black Panther. I think it's excellent. In regards to statue-wise, it looks... I'm predicting it to be one of my favorite Atrium statues, just because it looks so sick.
Yeah. And he's got a panther with him.
Got a
That's so
freaking
cool.
panther with him. Yeah. But excellent choice.
Yeah. So keeping with the topic of theming, one of the big areas of theming are the staterooms and all the different themes that you can have in the stateroom, which first of all, just love that they're doing that. I love being able to pick a different theme for your stateroom.
Also, just the new ship rooms have been a breath of fresh air.
Yes, they have been.
Granted, we had only been on the older ships for a long time, but then after going into the new rooms, it's going to be difficult to go back to the old rooms.
I know, but I think that's just, again, dependent on your taste. If you
That's
like
true.
that classic nautical feel,
Yeah.
then I'm glad that you've got that option on the older ones.
That's fair. These ones are a little bit more modernized.
Modernized and leaning into the IP aspect of it with all of the different characters that are in
that's
the
fair.
rooms. So again, just depending on what your preferences are, you've got options.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, speaking of the themes that are inside the stateroom, so we have quite a few different themes that we'll go over and all of the different beautiful art pieces that go with them. I love this part of the ship, is seeing all of the art that's in the staterooms.
Or not just the staterooms, but in the hallways, on the staircases. They're going to have in the hallways the themed carpets,
which are beautiful.
the little fish extender or the little statues that are outside the doors. Even the lighting fixtures typically have some sort of decoration based off of the theming of the decks that you're on.
It's so cool.
And it's so cool. It's so cool.
Disney has said that the staterooms for the Disney Destiny will, of course, have the oversized custom art pieces mounted in place of a headboard above the main bed. Inspired by the ship's theme of heroes and villains, these murals will depict the alluring duality and epic journeys of famous Disney and Pixar legends. And I think we'll go ahead and list the ones that we know of. I'm pretty sure these are most of the ones, if not all of them.
Yeah.
But I think just as we go through them, what I've noticed in all of the artwork is that these ones are very much more focused on the characters themselves as opposed to the locations.
Which makes complete sense.
It totally does, yeah.
Yeah, in our last room on the treasure, we were in a Pocahontas theme room. You got Pocahontas right here in the giant forest. But it makes sense because, we're focusing on more so the adventure side of things.
Well, the treasure was focused on the adventure side of the location.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they focus more on the location as opposed to the characters themselves, whereas the Destiny, hero and villain focus, so it's going to be more focused on the characters and the main storytellers inside of those.
I just love that, even that little attention to detail of what the artwork is actually focused on. So cool.
Yeah.
But in the staterooms, at least, we have a few different themes. So first and foremost is actually the theme that we picked, and I feel like the one that you've probably seen the most of is Hercules.
I feel like it's going to be the most popular one as well, just based off of the show.
I don't know. We'll have to after we go through all of the themes, let us know in the comments which one you would pick for yourself.
That's fair. Yeah.
But that's the one that we picked, at least. We specifically picked a Hercules one because we were so excited for it.
Yeah.
But some of the other theming that they have is a Mulan theme room.
Very cool.
Very cool. Feel like it's very fitting.
Get Mushu in there. I need to see disrespect on your family, disrespect on your cow.
But I love that she's the hero of all of China, so very much fitting for the theme of heroes and villains. Then there's Brave, which I'm so happy Brave is there. I feel like Brave needs
get some
more
representation
love.
in there. It's such a good movie. It's a great one.
Also a great choice because the whole change your fate aspect of it with Disney Destiny, I feel like fits very, very well.
Yeah.
And I'm just so happy again that it's getting representation.
Yeah.
Then we have Raya and the Last Dragon, which is, I'm also glad that one's getting some representation. It's a newer one, but one that I feel like we don't see a whole lot of. Big Hero 6, I mean, come on, that one's just...
They're superheroes.
Yeah, that one's just a given. It's fitting into this one.
That Big Hero 6 is excellent.
And then, of course, Incredibles, also a very obvious theme choice, I think, for this ship as well.
Yeah, and the only one that's a little bit confusing. Fantasia.
Yeah, I don't know.
If we want to deep dive into it, we can think of a hero and a villain from it, of course. But in regards to all the other rooms and how specific the hero and villain is within it, you know, we could go with, you know, Sorcerer Mickey as the hero and Chernabog as the villain and stuff like that. But it's not as, like, black and white, in my opinion, as the others are. This one's a little bit more of a deep thinker. Maybe the puddles on the ground are the villains and the mops are the heroes. I don't know. You know,
so I think Sorcerer Mickey is the hero in that one.
yes. I'm just saying, you know. But why I do like Fantasia is because it is a beautiful movie. The colors that are in it and the artwork that people have created for it, it's unbelievable. So it's gonna be a beautifully designed room. Granted, both Fantasia and Incredibles will be the concierge rooms.
I think that's what we read, is that those two will be concierge. The other themes will be the regular staterooms. And then there is an Iron Man suite that is available. So I am excited that at least Iron Man's getting some love there, in the fact that the suite is themed after Iron Man.
That's pretty cool. I love Iron Man.
Yeah. I mean, he's the one that started the whole Marvel cinematic universe, basically. So gotta give him some love somewhere. So that about covers at least a lot of the main theming details that we always look for. Granted, the theming obviously continues through everything.
It's going to be throughout the entire ship, but you know, kind of more the subtle details of the carpets and the lighting fixtures and those things that will hopefully hold true to the heroes and villains theme throughout the entire ship.
Yeah, we'll see. But those are the main topics we wanted to cover for theming. Now we're going to move over to dining, which is
massive.
A huge topic, because there's so many bits and pieces that fit into the topic of dining. We'll at least start out with the 3 main dining rooms, the main dining rooms that you can go to for dinner, and then we'll probably expand into some of the other pieces of dining, like the different lounges, the cafes, the sweet shop. But there's obviously so much dining on the ship overall. We're not going to touch on everything, especially the ones that are they've been the same across the ships. Yeah,
as much as we love smokestacks, we're probably not going to talk about it very much.
Even though you should, it's amazing.
It's our favorite.
Oh, so good. But more so, like, obviously, we've got Marceline's Market, which is the same as far as we know. We'll definitely be on the lookout if there's anything different.
I'm sure there's going to be slight, you know, theming changes of decorations in the windows and things like that, but the overall design aspect of those places are going to be very similar.
Yeah. So probably not going to touch on that or Paulo, as much as we love Paulo. But we are going to start with at least the one we are most excited about. Because, oh my gosh, it is going to be amazing.
I hope.
We hope. It has a lot of potential, but here, hopefully it lives up to it. Pridelands, Feast of the Lion King. Oh my goodness. We're getting a Lion King themed restaurant, and I am so excited.
Everything from the food to the entertainment seems like it should be fantastic, and so hopefully it is. There's a lot of things that can go right, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong. I will say one of the main features of these restaurants for both Frozen, Coco, and the Lion King now is the fact that the stage is in the center. It seems as though having a centralized stage would give everybody a great view. It does not.
You would think.
And so we're just going to automatically assume that we're going to sit in the very back behind a pillar.
Just like we did for Coco.
Yes, that's just our assumption. So if we get anything better, it will be a happy surprise. But even sitting that far back, I think us being there in the restaurant, it was a better experience than what it seemed like through the video, because the video made it seem like we were farther away than we actually were. But I'm still very, very excited for it.
Yes, it's gonna be great. So like Cody said, this is the replacement for Coco and Frozen. On the Destiny, it's going to be Pridelands, Feast of the Lion King, and here is what Disney has to say about this amazing restaurant. I'm so excited. All right, so this is going to be a first of its kind dining experience celebrating the film The Lion King.
What?
I know, crazy. It is inspired by the African savannah, also.
What?
What?
I wanted the winter tundra.
with unique depictions of animals and nature brought to life through lighting and special effects. That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
The back wall will be lined with large windows that transform from stunning sunrises to enchanting sunsets throughout the meal, while the center of the restaurant will have tiered risers that mimic the look of African drums. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Maybe we'll see them better if there's tiered risers.
Tear them up higher.
Higher. If you hear someone shouting that, it's us in the back. Well, continuing on at least what we'll see for the shows themselves, a colorful ensemble of live musicians and storytellers will take the stage to present a musical journey throughout the award-winning soundtrack As You Dine. Oh my God. You just imagine listening to Circle of Life. There will be special intervals throughout the meal, during which the band and performers will revisit iconic songs using authentic African instruments and theatrical props to represent the story and the characters.
Yep. Sounds great.
The show itself is going to, in fact, be a retelling of Simba's story from Cub to King.
Okay.
Just in case there was a question about that. That seemed pretty obvious going through the different...
I'm seeing more evidence that they're going to bring out a lion cub.
Oh my God. Storytellers that they're introducing are two unique characters. Mwangozo and Shaha are the two storytellers that are going to be telling the story of the Lion King throughout the dinner. These are actually just specific to the Lion King show. So that's pretty cool that they're introducing actual named storytellers.
I was going to say, it seems like they're going to be pulling a narrator thing.
Yeah, which
I mean?
It seems like that's pretty much what they did with Frozen and Coco. Frozen, I think, was very much focused on the characters, but they did have...
I think the characters were the narrators.
That's true. I was thinking back to it now. That whole...
In fact, even Coco, the characters were basically the narrators.
That's what... Oh, man. We were so far away in Coco that I almost was like, are those the characters?
Yeah. It was Miguel and his family members.
That's true. Miguel did come out. Yeah. But I was trying to think of the
Miguel
ones
was in it for a lot.
Yeah. But he wasn't really narrating. I think it was the family members, right? Who were narrating?
Yeah, I think it was mainly I don't remember the names. I'm so sorry, but
so far
Grandma
away.
Coco or...
Yeah. I'm going to say Imelda.
Imelda?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
We were so far away, we didn't know what was going on. But hopefully, at least for this one, we know. It's going to be two storytellers that are telling the story of the Lion King.
Yep.
So... there we go.
Yes.
Here's what they've said that we can anticipate in terms of the music. So, productions of Circle of Life and Hakuna Matata.
I would be sad if they didn't.
I know, right? You have to. A mashup of I Just Can't Wait to Be King and Be Prepared. A fun take that will highlight the hero-villain dynamic of the story.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep, like that. That's cool. An instrumental version of Can You Feel the Love Tonight paired with a beautiful interpretive dance. We'll see how that goes. I'm oh my God.
You don't know it's me up on stage.
Oh my God. Yeah, right.
Yeah, no.
A moving rendition of He Lives in You, which is actually a song from the sequel, and then they added it to the Broadway show.
Interesting.
I feel like if you heard it, you would know it.
Okay.
I think.
Definitely haven't seen the Broadway show. I don't know if I've seen the sequel.
What? You haven't seen the sequel?
Maybe I have. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Oh my God, with Kiara and Kovu? Oh boy. Okay. Well.
I don't know. If I have, it's been a very long time. But I think I have.
But I'll be curious if that's the actual the lineup, the actual lineup of the show. So it starts with Circle of Life and then it ends in He Lives in You. I think I
feel like they're going to start with Circle of Life and then they're going to end with Circle of Life.
That's what I thought, but I can see He Lives in You being, because it is a pretty
Since I can't hear it.
Yeah, I know that doesn't help that you can't remember what it's sounding like, but I can kind of see that. I think be the closing one potentially, if they don't reuse Circle of Life to open and close. Hearing that music, especially like Circle of Life,
and if they have the actual African drums out there, you're gonna feel that, and so that'll be cool.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. I am so excited for the I'm excited for the food, but I feel like I'm not gonna be able to eat the food because I'm gonna be so enthralled with. That's
always the difficult part, especially with vlogging the cruises. In Frozen, Coco, and now this one is talking about the food, but also enjoying the show because the show is going on constantly while you're eating. So it's difficult to give our interpretation of the food and see the show at the same time. So it'll be Coco was easier than Frozen.
It's true. Frozen
and we'll
was.
see how this one matches up with the rest of them.
Oh boy, I hope the pacing is the pacing for Coco definitely a little bit better, but still like crammed.
Yeah.
It was rough, but not as rough as Frozen.
Frozen was rough.
Yeah. Overall, so excited.
Yeah.
And speaking of the food,
Yeah.
let's get into. So Disney did a preview, with at least what they called a preview of some of the food that we can expect to see at Pridelands.
Oh yeah.
But,
over in Florida, right?
Yeah, I think it was a Disney Destiny showcase event that they did over in Florida, and they showed off some of the food that I think we can expect to see, or at least variations of it, because I think they never actually officially said that the
It was probably also
food-
testing ground to see if it was going to take.
Yeah, that's very fair, because they never actually said that this will be the food that you will see on the menu.
Yeah. I'm sure it was this is our idea. Test it out. Do you like it? Okay, we got some good reviews on it. Maybe we're going to add it on.
Yeah, we'll see. So we'll start off with the specialty drinks that they released. So there is a Can You Feel the Rum Tonight?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I love puns so much. Which I feel like we never actually get drinks with
No, at dinner, no,
yeah.
we don't, because they cost more.
Yeah,
so we
but-
spend the money at the bars.
Yeah, but I feel like then since they're releasing specialty drinks, we should try one of them at least. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But then they also have a slimy yet satisfying that I think is a
Oh, that's
zero proof.
funny.
Yeah, and it has gummy worms.
That's funny. It's
That's
like
so
Timon and
great.
Pumbaa and their
Yeah.
grublicious.
It's
it called?
like a gel. It's like a zero proof Jello shot almost.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
After that, we've got some appetizers that they debuted. We'll see if these end up on the cruise, but they have, the unfortunate part here is that so much food on cruises is seafood, and we're not big.
We say so much. It's not as much.
A good amount.
It's more than what we would prefer because
Yeah.
we don't like it. But there's plenty of people out there that love
That's true.
seafood and shrimp-based dishes.
So you're gonna have some great options here for you
absolutely.
if you like shrimp, because there is the peri peri shrimp. Look shrimpy. Then we've got the heirloom tomato I don't even know how to kachumbari? Oh boy, I don't even know how to say that, but
Kachumbari?
I don't know, but looks interesting. I'd probably, it says beet caviar, which makes me a little nervous. Is it actually caviar? What's beet caviar? I feel like it's not actually caviar if it says beet caviar, but
Yeah, you go ahead and try it.
I'll try it. I'll take one for the team. I'll try it. Then
That's not popping boba.
And then for the last appetizer they showed was the Cape Malay shrimp curry.
That other one, what are the chances that all three appetizers are fish related?
Well, see, I don't think that that second one had fish. I feel like it was because it says golden beet caviar, so I feel like it's the kind of like texture of caviar or like that kind of consistency, but it's actually golden beets as opposed to real caviar.
Okay, that's fair.
So I think that's what that one is. I hope, because I'll try it if that's the case. But yeah, I would hope they don't have that much shrimp for appetizers, but we'll see. They did also show a soup, a sweet potato, lentil, and coconut soup.
Sounds familiar.
Yep. Interesting. Yep, I'll let you try that one.
I'll try that one. Yeah.
And then for entrees, oh boy, this first one that they show, I feel it's a port wine.
Familiar.
It's a port wine braised center cut beef short rib.
This looks exactly like something that you would find on any other ship.
Yeah.
So I hope it tastes different, but it looks exactly the same.
It does, which is a little disappointing. I'm hoping
why
to
they
see
gotta put green beans on
your
it?
favorite. Yeah, so that one, it looks delicious, but yeah, we are hoping for some like unique flavors for this, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Next one they served was a pan-served Berber spiced roasted chicken, which that actually sounds really good. I'm looking forward to that if they have that.
Yeah, to me, the name sounds similar to everything else, but the images make it look very, very good. So I hope it it tastes as good as it looks.
I hope so too. I mean, it looks pretty dang good. I'm definitely getting that if it's there.
Yeah.
A Swahili coconut tamarind red snapper fillet.
See, that sounds exciting to me.
It does.
And it's red snapper, which is fish, so we're not the hugest. Maybe we can get that one and we can share it.
Yeah, we'll try it. We're gonna try to be adventurous on this.
None of these things, for anyone that has allergies, it's not specifying if they're available as an allergy-free option. If you've seen our videos, you know I have a gluten allergy, so I have to have a specialized menu when we go on our cruises. This is not specifying if any of this is allergy friendly. So I have no idea if this is anything that I can eat, but Cheyenne and anyone that doesn't have food allergies, you're okay with this stuff.
But we'll, of course, call out specifically the gluten-free options when we're on the cruise.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, it's always good to know.
Yep.
And the last one that they released is Nala's roasted pork tenderloin, which honestly, this to me just kind of looks like...
Sounds very similar.
Yeah, like a pork tenderloin dish you would find, and then they just threw Nala's name in it.
Yeah.
But we'll see what ends up on the final menu.
Yeah.
Can't forget dessert. We have a pineapple upside down cake, which... You know, it kind of seems like that is something you would maybe find. I don't know.
It doesn't. It's not making me jump out of my seat.
Yeah, no. And then also a warm chocolate Malva pudding, which this one looks pretty good.
It looks like the rum cake. So I hope it doesn't have any rum in it.
I mean, it doesn't say it has rum,
Yeah.
so that's a good thing because that rum cake.
There's not that much cake in there.
It's 99% rum.
Yeah.
It tasted like at least. That's at least some of the food options that they had at the preview event. We'll see what all makes it into the restaurant menu itself.
Yeah, I'm excited for the finalized menu because if I'm being completely honest, while some of them sound decent, it's not as like different as what I'm hoping it will be. Like Coco was very, very different.
Yeah, that was nice.
I'm hoping that this one will be different. We won't know until we're on the ship. I'm also going to really be looking at the allergy menu and seeing the Wish and the Treasure did an excellent job at giving anyone that has a food allergy a different style of dining options, which I think the Wonder, Magic, Dream, and Fantasy are not very good at. So I'm really going to be looking to see if they are just as good as the other Wish class ships in their options for anyone that does have a food allergy.
Yeah. Okay, quick amendment to what we discovered. I was looking through my notes here and I forgot. They did actually confirm that those plates and the appetizers and the entrees are in fact going to be on the menu. So
they're going to be on the menu, but that doesn't mean that that's only...
I think there's going to be more.
Other things.
Yes.
We just know that those things specifically will be on the menu.
Yeah. So did forget that they did confirm that. Yep. So we'll see.
My last thing with specifically Lion King, I hope that their beginning food thing, like the bread basket or whatever it is, I hope it's good and I hope it's unique to this restaurant. I'm done with the gluten-free bread. I don't ever want to see it again. And Coco failed me greatly with not having gluten-free corn tortilla chips.
How do you not have gluten-free corn tortilla chips? That is still a mystery that we cannot get over. That is
going to bug me until they actually have gluten-free corn tortilla chips.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. We're keeping our fingers crossed for whatever they offer for the.
If it's bread, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh boy. And baby bread. We'll see. We'll see.
Gonna be, I think, the most sought after restaurant on the ship for everybody because it's unique, it's new. It's gonna be the thing that everyone is looking to see what is this one like in comparison to the others.
Yes. So this may be the restaurant I've been most excited for across all of the ships, I think. Yeah,
Coco is my favorite restaurant out of all of the ships, and it's from everything from the show to the food. Mainly the food because of its difference between all the other sit-down restaurants, but this one I think will be a contender against Coco for me.
Ooh, we'll see.
Yep.
Oh gosh, I can't wait. Well, other than Pridelands, we do have, of course, Worlds of Marvel, which it seems like is going to be very similar to the...
Very cut and paste from Wish and Treasure.
It does seem like they are going to be doing, as opposed to the regular, like, Marvel show.
Ant-Man show.
Yeah, the Ant-Man show that they've done, that they started out with on the Wish. It did carry over to the Treasure. It seems like they're actually going with the secondary show that they introduced with the Treasure, which was the...
it's like the Groot dance party or something like that.
Yeah, where they actually do like a lot of trivia, which if you know us, we love our trivia. So we actually, I think, liked that one.
I prefer that one.
Yeah.
I also think it's just because we've seen the other show and it hasn't changed at all. Where the Groot show, it's at least a little bit more interactive with people. And the show clippings that are in between, they don't last as long, so I can get back to eating.
Yeah,
you know?
that's fair. Yeah.
It's more. It's like a show that goes on while you're eating, and you can participate if you choose or not, and I like that.
Yeah. So I'm actually really happy that they're doing the Groot show
I agree.
On the Destiny. But I'll be curious because I think one of the big things about Worlds of Marvel on the other two is that you got to meet Spider-Man during your meal. Yeah. I'll be curious if they do a meet and greet for this one. Yeah. I don't know if they've announced that they will.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have 1923, which is the other main dining room.
Yep.
I don't think there really is going to be that much different with 1923.
I think, if anything, it'll be different sketches, different animation pieces that they place as displays inside of the windows next to the tables that you're eating at. That's what they did for the Wish to the Treasure. The restaurant layout and design was the same, but the details inside of it varied between the two ships. So I would assume that we're going to see more hero and villain styled characters within those display cases, but again, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. Oh, and we did notice that there were a few some changes that they made to the dishes themselves across, actually not just 1923, but I think in the Worlds of Marvel menus too. So there were some changes that they did to the dishes across the two
Meaning more so the
restaurants.
flavors were different, that the items in the dish themselves were the same, but
like
the flavors and the seasonings that they used were different from the Wish to the Treasure. So it'll be interesting in both Worlds of Marvel and 1923 to see if they stick with that same theming or if they do something completely different.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
So those are the main 3 dining rooms that are going to be on the Destiny.
Yep.
And of course there's also, I think like we kind of covered, Marceline's Market, there's of course Paulo and...
The Rose.
Oh, well, we'll get to the Rose.
Because that's not really a eating establishment.
Yeah,
it's more of like a bar. Yeah.
And then, of course, there's the quick service that's up on deck, which, I mean, that's honestly one of our favorite parts of the
Hey, if the dinners don't turn out the way we planned, we always have smokestack.
We always have smokestack to go back to. Good old smokestack. It never disappoints.
Nope.
But as far as we know, there are no major changes to those ones, so we won't cover them. As amazing as smokestack is, we won't go into them, but we're still looking forward to them.
Very much so. That'll be what we eat when we get on the ship to start.
Oh my God, we're going straight to smokestack.
As does everybody, but that's okay.
I feel it's a toss-up between cantinas and smokestack.
I think a lot of people go to cantinas because it's so much faster.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Well, I don't know. Really, so you'd go up, you grab your ribs, you're good.
Maybe I'm saying that because from a gluten standpoint, it takes much longer to get smokestack than it does cantinas.
That's fair. We're going to move over to the bars and lounges and cafes that are going to be
some of our
here.
favorite things on the ships.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so we're going to start out with the kind of like bar lounges first, and then we'll move over into like the actual lounges and then cafes. So starting out with the bars, we've got DeVille's, which is the Cruella DeVille 101 Dalmatians themed place, which
that one's going to take place of Scat Cat Lounge on the Treasure, and then don't tell me, the Nightingales on the Wish.
That we didn't get to go into.
We didn't get to go into,
So it's
fortunately. So our only comparison will be Scat Cat Lounge.
Yeah. But this one looks really cool because of, I don't know, I feel like it's just like so... it's Cruella.
Yeah, all the bars that have been in that area, or the lounge, whatever you want to specifically call it, they've been more of the classier bar areas. So I do think that Cruella DeVille is a very good themed character to go into that space because it's just thinking about the classiness of that area for both of the Wish and the Treasure. This will continue that class while shifting it to a different type of theming that is more villainous, which we love. But my main thing will be I'm curious as to what the drink selections are, because
we can go into that.
Yeah, our favorite drinks have been so far from the Scat Cat Lounge, and I'm hoping that they have something comparable, or at least fightable against our T-Bazaar.
Well, let's go into it.
Let's do it.
Just beyond the Grand Hall, a marquee will spell out DeVille's in letters designed to look like piano keys, setting the scene for an evening of live music. As guests enter the lounge, a floor mosaic will read Cruella's infamous catchphrase, "How marvelous," surrounded by 15 paw prints for the 15 puppies. Oh my gosh.
I like that symbolism. That's good. That's
so
good.
great.
Yep.
And then inside the lounge, each detail will reflect Cruella's flair for style and bold attitude. The uniquely shaped furnishings will have a luxurious feel with rich textures and couture fabrics, hopefully none of them being like 101 Dalmatians.
Dead puppies.
The carpet will feature an intricate design that appears ink splotched and hand-drawn. Wait, that's actually really cool. As a tribute to Ken Anderson, the artist who oversaw the stylized designs of the characters, which I actually like. That art style is so unique in 101 Dalmatians. I actually really like that they're paying tribute to that.
Cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Here's what Disney has released about just the lounge bar overall. So Cruella's infamous flair for style and wickedly bold attitude will be reflected in the bar's Hollywood Regency-inspired aesthetic, where everything will be adorned in her signature color palette of red, black, and white.
Yep.
Surprise, surprise.
Yep.
There will even be a glowing fiber optic Cruella that appears and disappears in the wall behind an eye-catching spotted piano. If one side of the lounge will be open to the Grand Hall, you'll be able to sit back with a drink and enjoy that space. And then I think that is most of what they released for details on the bar/lounge itself, but they did release some of the drinks that we can expect to get from DeVille's. So let's dive into that because we're excited for that.
The good part.
Yeah. They are focusing on trendy martinis, chic cocktails, and glamorous wines and bubblies, which, yeah.
So far, it's not hitting our favorite things.
There is an avant-garde selection of designer drinks inspired by, of course, I think like Cruella de Vil and everything that's in the movie. So first one that we have here is the Fashionista, which this sounds so interesting. Freeze-dried strawberry and banana-infused tequila. Oh, it's a tequila drink.
Uh-oh.
We shockingly discovered that apparently we're tequila people,
so maybe we'll like that one.
I would say we have to try that one.
Now we're looking for the things that have tequila.
Now we're just expecting, like, never would have thought we'd like it, but oh boy, yeah, we'll see. And then there is a Fearless Sir Galahad, which I'm like, who is Sir Galahad in 101 Dalmatians?
Is it in the live action, maybe?
I don't. Okay, hold on. Let's look this up here because I think we need to know. Don't know.
If anyone knows, please let us know.
Yeah.
Because
Why?
we're confused.
Who is Sir Galahad? I mean, you know, to be fair, it did say that they're drinks inspired by characters and icons from Disney Animation Studios, but that seems weird if it's not 101 Dalmatians themed.
It's just, yeah, it's very random.
Yeah. Huh. All right. Well, we'll have to see. I mean, it looks cool, but I don't know if we would actually like it. Yeah, it's the steaming one because it has smoke coming out of the interesting themed drink. Like, what is that? It looks cool. I don't know how
we're a bit confused.
We are. Just that name has really thrown me off.
Yeah, it is. Especially just everything else is so Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
Let's throw in Arthur from Camelot.
Right,
like what?
Maybe some of the like bartenders will be able to tell us.
I mean, I would assume so. They're usually very knowledgeable in the establishment.
Oh gosh, but. Anyway, it looks cool. It looks like it's going to be super over the top, just like Cruella de Vil is.
Yeah,
so I'm excited for that space.
Yeah.
And moving on to our next bar on the Disney Destiny, of course, our favorite that was on the treasure, the Haunted Mansion Parlor.
Oh, my favorite. I can't wait to go back to that. It was so fun. I think we went to it twice in total on the treasure.
Twice, yeah.
Probably won't be able to do that on the Destiny. I mean, maybe we will. I don't know. Again, we don't know what our schedule is going to be like, but I'm very excited to return.
It was so amazing. And I think the biggest question has been, you know, is it going to be different than what we experienced on the treasure compared to what's on the Destiny?
Yep.
And here is what Disney has released about it so far, is that On the Destiny, at least, we'll sip an all-new menu of expertly crafted ghostly cocktails and mocktails while admiring a gallery of haunted portraits and enjoy interactive surprises that bring these wandering souls to life. The parlor itself holds secrets tied to a jovial sea captain and his enigmatic, I don't know if I'm saying that right, fiance, inviting curious guests to unravel the mystery hidden within its walls, which honestly...
Isn't that the same?
Sounds the same.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's the same. What we do know, though, the differences will be that there's different drink selections.
Yes.
And we also know that there will be slight differences in the purchasable cups.
So yes, we do know that there are going to be different drinks and some of the souvenir...
Yeah, purchasable
tiki
mugs, tiki cups.
Yes, there's going to be some different there. So let's go ahead and cover those because we at least know that there is one big change that they're making to the menu, which is the Chilling Challenge, which was our favorite drink at the Haunted Mansion Parlor. So I'm a little sad that they're changing it because it was so good.
It's so good.
But they are remixing it with a, it's now called the Chilling Challenge My Way. And it's now going to have, instead of a tequila drink, because we discovered that one was also tequila based, surprise, that this one's going to have cognac? I can't even say it. Yeah, that. I don't even know if I like that. I don't know.
Well, we didn't like tequila, so maybe it's not going to be that big of a deal. But
I can't question anything now after the tequila surprise.
Yeah, that one. I'm glad that there's something different that we can try. But did they have to take away our favorite drink? Like, take away something else, and take away. I don't even remember what the other ones were called, but take away those and leave the Chilling Challenge. But again, maybe we'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I hope they do something different though for the secret menu drink that they had.
The secret menu drink was not good.
That's what they should have changed.
Yeah, we did not like it. The presentation was awesome, but it didn't taste good. I didn't like it.
Yeah, so we'll see once I'm assuming that they'll have another secret menu.
One would hope because that
was so
that
cool.
little pathway on the menu was so cool, and I really hope that they do that again.
Yeah, I hope, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But we do also know that instead of the 2 tiki mugs that they had on
they had the fisherman and the mermaid
mermaid siren.
Yeah, siren lady, whatever she was called.
Or actually, I guess maybe not siren because what they're releasing now on the Destiny is a Poseidon mug.
Yeah.
And what's now called a siren mug. So
that looks like Medusa.
I know. I don't know if I would really call that the siren.
Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting, but new mugs at least.
I mean, they're very, very cool looking. Yeah, I'll be curious to see them in person because it seems like that image has the fish tank.
Yeah, I know. We've seen some images with the fish tank and without the fish tank.
Meaning the design choice, the layout of Haunted Mansion Parlor, we assume is going to be the exact same as the treasure because it's really good. Why would you change it? But some of the concept art we've seen, there's no fish tank in the center, and then others we've seen with a fish tank in the center. So
maybe it was old concept art?
Maybe
from.
I hope the fish tank is in the center because the fish tank was awesome.
It was really cool, yeah.
But again, we'll find out once we get there. I think the main changes, honestly, are going to be the drinks because that's going to be the easiest thing and the cheapest thing that they're going to be able to differentiate between the treasure and the Destiny.
Either way, super excited to experience Haunted Mansion Parlor again because
100%.
It was so cool on the treasure.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that.
Yes.
And now next up is the third, fairly highly themed bar/lounge that we have, which we're going to get into the theming for this one here because I just have a few thoughts. But this one, still at least excited for, is Cask Cannon, which is going to be the new Pirates of the Caribbean theme.
Very excited for it. It looks awesome.
It's Caitlin's favorite movie.
It is. You got to represent people's favorite movies. The question is why?
Okay, let's dive into at least what Disney has to say about Cask Cannon.
Maybe this will change our perspective.
Maybe it will change.
It did for the atrium.
It did for the atrium.
Yeah.
It did. So let's see. And per Disney, Cask Cannon is a lively themed tavern aboard the ship that is inspired by the legendary Pirates of the Caribbean attractions around the globe, which is interesting there because it is around the globe.
Yeah,
so
and it's fairly different in each location, so I can see that.
I'll be curious if they have little touches of the different places around the world.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
This eclectic pub is filled with acquired acquired. They have in quotations and treasures.
They found them.
So yeah, totally. From mischievous pirates of old, creating an atmosphere where every corner tells a tale. Swap seafaring stories, catch live sports, and enjoy light bites, vintage rums, and exclusive bootlegged brews served straight from the barrel. Stepping inside Cask Cannon will feel like entering a true pirate's tavern filled with trinkets, treasures, and a trove of Easter eggs inspired by the attractions in the parks. The pub will be decked out in wooden planks, evoking the interior of a pirate ship. Love it. Makes sense. And outfitted with an eclectic mix of mismatched furniture and antiques, presumably pillaged by the pirates themselves.
Love it. That's awesome.
Yep. Don't forget to look up and down in our quest to discover every design gem. The ceiling will feature a fantastical treasure map of the Caribbean Sea, inspired by original artwork from Mark Davis. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
And then the drawing has been specially modified for the venue with several new additions, including 7 pirate ships that represent the number of ships in the fleet.
That's cool. Yeah.
The pub actually has a really cool drink that they announced
it does
that
look really cool.
I am really afraid to know how much this is going to cost us because, I mean, look at it.
Oh, is it not just presentation?
Well, I'm sure this is going to be like a good... Well, okay, let's think of it like the secret menu drink that was for 2 at the Haunted Mansion Parlor was... We didn't get to keep any of that. It was just presentation.
We did get to keep the bottles.
That's true. We did get to keep the soda bottles that it came in, but
we still have those over there. It's pretty cool.
We do, but I still feel like this is going to be expensive for presentation alone.
Especially if there's 2 drinks in there.
And it is 2 drinks.
I guess we should say what it is.
Anyway, here's what it is. It is the Dead Man's Chest at Cask Cannon. It is a new beverage experience for 2 that includes drinks that capture the true spirit of a pirate's life on the high seas. With, it looks like the main drinks are going to be, spirits are going to be rum, which makes sense. Yeah. And I feel like I like rum, so...
We have no problem with rum in the correct setting.
Yeah. So I am excited for this. The presentation looks amazing.
Pineapple, lime juice, agave nectar, and coconut. I mean, that sounds delicious.
It sounds so good. So I'm actually really excited for this. Yeah. Again,
complete with gold coins. Do you think we get to keep the gold coins?
I don't know.
It's probably going to be like the gold
chocolates. What if it's
chocolates.
the chocolate? But
that doesn't go well with the drink, but it would at least be cheaper.
I don't know. Well, we will see.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. We'll for sure be ordering that. Bank account is going to cry a little bit, I'm sure. But... how can we not? That looks amazing.
It does. It did an excellent job with the design of this space. It's just on the wrong ship.
It really is. Why? Why did they put the Pirates of the Caribbean themed pub on the Destiny and not the Treasure? Not the... Who made this decision? This is something
I completely agree with her, by the way. Thematically, we could have put it in a different area that made a little bit more sense. The only way it does make sense is if it was thought of after the fact. And that's just unfortunate.
It's just one of the many, like Disney did a great job on a lot of the theming choices, but then there's some where I'm like, why is Star Wars on the like classic enchantment ship? Why is Hyperspace Lounge not on the Disney Destiny where it's heroes and villains? Why is Star Wars not in heroes and villains? Excited for that. And even though the theming may not make sense, it's fine. We'll get over it.
It'll still be a cool
It'll be a really cool space. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Moving on to the Sanctum. Ooh, I'm so excited for this one because it looks really cool.
It does.
We want to cover the spaces where it's taken place for the other 2 ships.
Yes, Sanctum is going to replace the area where the Skipper Society was, as well as the Bayou. It's going to be centralized near towards the atrium of the ship, and it's going to be themed, obviously, as Marvel Doctor Strange. We've got a lot of cool aspects from the concept art that we're looking forward to seeing, as well as a lot of different types of drinks that are going to be specialized to this bar or seating location that we're going to have to try. They also have a few food items in there as well.
So this will be Disney Cruise Line's first lounge inspired by the powerful sorcerers and mystical artifacts of Doctor Strange. Like all Sanctums, this centrally located venue will contain mystical items designed to aid sorcerers in protecting the world, but it will also be home to entertainment, a magical array of cocktails, spirits and coffees, and unique surprises from Doctor Strange's New York's Sanctum, oh boy, New York Sanctum, including a circular mirror behind the bar that evokes the building's iconic window. There are unique design details that are inspired by the shapes and symbols of the sorcerer's rune shields.
Oh, that's cool.
I actually don't know if I ever knew that those are called rune shields.
Like the things that I don't think we've ever established that.
Yeah, interesting. Along with familiar icons like the Cloak of Levitation and spell books from the Library of Carmartage. Well, let's go over some of the drinks and food items that are going to be available at the Sanctum. So first we have the Circle of the Cosmos, which is I don't know how I feel about it. It's a gin one. Gin with a lemon peel spiral that's like, it looks weird, like it's upside down.
Yeah, it's like an upside down martini glass. Interesting.
Don't know. I don't know how I feel about gin. I don't know. Well,
we didn't know how we felt about tequila.
This is true. We'll never.
We can't judge any drink that is a cocktail because you never know.
Yeah. But then we have one that's called the Vapors of Valtor, which is a vodka-based one that actually sounds pretty good, I think.
Vapors, that sounds like a bubble poppy.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Yeah. Look at the concept of that.
I love a good bubble pop with smoke in it.
Oh, yeah. We're for
Such
sure
good
ordering one of
cinematography
those.
with that, yeah.
And then just like on the
we gotta go at nighttime though, because I don't want it to be too bright out. It's gotta be like the ambiance has to be right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just like the Skipper Society, at least these ones are. Well, these are actually stuffed waffles. I feel like the waffles,
were
just like your regular waffle, but in the Sanctum, it looks like we'll have
so good.
I'm sorry. I mean, I doubt they're going to be gluten-free, but we've got some stuffed waffles with custard cream filling.
Oh, that sounds so good.
As well as mixed berry compote filling, which I think is how you say that, hopefully.
The custard sounds
that actually does
so
look pretty good, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
There's another drink called the Mirror Dimension.
That looks cool.
Which is also vodka, lemon juice, peppercorn, buzzrock, and lychee. Like, it looks very interesting, which, you know what?
The drink looks cool.
The drink looks cool.
The ingredients sound interesting, to say the least, but...
Oh, okay, but listen to this. The glass reacts to touch.
Oh!
What? How is that? What? Okay, well, now we definitely got to get that.
We're going to get plastered on our ship. 4 days we have to cover all these new drinks. Like, each day is going to be devoted to a different... Oh, God.
This is dangerous. And an electrifying dust that leaves your taste buds tingling. We have to get that. That sounds so cool.
It is really cool. Oh. I'm excited to just sit down and see if there's any drinks that are fighting for that number one for us now.
Oh yeah, if anything overtakes the Tea Bazaar.
My guess right now is no, but I don't know. Maybe they will.
Wait. I never would have thought in a million years that I would love those drinks on the treasure as much as I did. So
we're gonna find out.
But that is pretty much it for bars and lounges. So now we're actually going to move into cafes, Cody's favorite.
My favorite. Yes, these new cafes that will replace them on the Destiny will be Cafe Megra and Cafe Merida.
Yay!
Now, which one will replace which, I'm not 100% sure of quite yet, but I would assume that the theming and the design aspects of those cafes will be very similar to how they did it on the Treasure, meaning more simplistic with slight touches here and there that give little details towards the movies that they are representing.
They did release a few details on what these two cafes are going to look like. Mostly it seems like, I think the Cafe Megra one, they released more design details about this one as opposed to Cafe Merida. So I have a feeling that maybe Cafe Megra is going to be the one that's replacing Jade Cricket that has a bit more design to it.
Which makes sense if Hercules is more of a theme on this ship.
That's going to be my guess. Barstool and lounge chair fabrics to the accent wall tiles. Each design detail in Cafe Megra is handpicked to create a vibrant space with nods to the ancient world of Greek mythology and legendary heroes. The color palette palette is inspired by Megra and Pegasus to include shades of purple and blue. Textile samples that come together to transport guests to Mount Olympus, including a custom cloud-like carpet pattern and wallpaper with hidden designs of Pegasus leaping through the clouds. I wonder if that's going to be, like, you know how in Jade Cricket there was that wallpaper in the back?
Yeah.
That sounds like it's going to be exactly right there.
Yeah, I would agree.
With the,
that little booth area.
With the hidden designs of Pegasus leaping through the clouds. And I think that's pretty much all that they released. They didn't even really touch on Cafe Merida, which is
I
really
think
sad.
adds validity to the fact that it'll probably be the same type of design, just Merida themed as opposed to Moana themed. The Cove Cafe in the past hasn't had like specialized drinks towards the Moana themed drinks.
That'd be so
whereas
cool.
Hey Hey Cafe and Jade Cricket had drinks specialized towards the movies themselves. I'm assuming Megra and Merida will have drinks that are more specialized towards those movies, or at least themed towards them. But I would assume that Cove Cafe will probably stick with their typical iPad screen where you can choose coffees from Vietnam, Thailand, and all the others that were there. So I'll be curious to see what the different coffee options will be for those.
That is everything for cafes as far as we know. And that almost takes care of all of the different food options, with the exception of last
sweets
but
and
not
treats.
least, yes, sweets and treats at Edna a la Modes, which theming, oh my gosh, come on.
10 out of 10.
Amazing.
Fabulous, darling.
Oh my God, love it. So I feel like we always accidentally leave the sweets store for last.
The very end.
Yeah, I think it's just because you have to, everything there is not included in.
It's not included, and at least if it's any similar to the other ships, they don't offer really any allergy friendly items.
Yeah.
So it's difficult. We have other priorities since we can't or I can't really eat from it.
It is going to be Edna Mode's Lab, apparently, themed after Edna Mode's Lab, where the famed fashion designer whips up outfits for the world's most famous supers, and you'll be transformed into this one-of-a-kind confectionery, yes, inspired by the Anti-Edna short film, which we may need to re-watch that. It's been a hot second. I think it's where she watches Jack and, with the cookies and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
So it's inspired by that short film. The lab's modern sewing equipment will be repurposed as sweet-making mechanisms to entertain Jack.
That's cool.
Yeah, while she's babysitting him.
Love that.
There's going to be cupcakes inspired by the heroes of the Parr family, gourmet popsicles, homemade chocolate bark, and of course a supply of Jack cookie num-nums, which I actually kind of want to try that. The cookie num-nums at California Adventure are actually really good, so I kind of want to compare and see how they taste.
Yeah. You enjoy that. Whatever. I don't care.
I'm sorry. So yeah, that is everything, at least I think that we know about so far for Edna a la Modes. At least a good summary of it, and I can't wait. Even if we're probably not going to honestly get a whole lot there, just because everything costs extra there, but we'll definitely at least go in and showcase it.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I think that pretty much covers everything for dining, because that was all encompassing the dining that's going to be on the ship.
Maybe we missed a few things, but that's
probably
as what we could remember off the top of our heads.
And trying to keep this condensed as possible and not in a 5-hour video.
Yep.
All right, so now moving on to the next section of entertainment.
Yes, big part of Disney Cruise Lines, that's for sure.
Oh yes.
Yes.
The thing I'm so excited to see on the Destiny, which is the Hercules Broadway style musical. Oh my
I think that's
gosh.
probably number one on a lot of people's lists.
Yeah, this is gonna be so fun to wait 2 hours to try to see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go over at least what Disney has released they've actually released a lot about what to expect and see for the Broadway style show on the ship. Supposedly, Disney Hercules, which is what the show's called, will stay true to the story and spirit of the beloved film with a fresh contemporary retelling centered around the legendary soundtrack. Be curious what that means exactly. Fresh contemporary retelling, because I feel like they used very similar verbiage for Moana.
That sounds like modernizing it.
Featuring a celebration of iconic songs, which this always makes me so nervous when they say a celebration of iconic songs.
Yeah.
That they're not just
because that could go one of two ways.
Featuring the songs, I don't know. Like Go the Distance, Zero to Hero, and I Won't Say I'm in Love. The show will present incredible live renditions like you've never heard before through new musical arrangements. I'm getting nervous. New musical arrangements inspired by the soulfulness of gospel music with the energy of a pop concert. In addition to all of the songs from the film, it will also include a theatrical debut of Shooting Star, a heartfelt ballad that was originally written for the movie. So they're adding it into
and that's on the Broadway show right now? Or is that brand new?
I actually don't know if they put that into the Broadway one or in the West End version.
Okay.
But it will be on the Disney Cruise Line one. Like the film, the Muses will be the show's storytellers, which I'm okay with that because they were amazing.
That works.
And their over-the-top personalities and transcendent vocals will shine on stage. Fantastic. Love it. High fashion costume designs will showcase the opulence of the gods of Mount Olympus and contrast starkly with the more understated and humble attire worn by the humans and creatures of Earth. Award-winning puppet designer Michael Curry is bringing to life some of the tale's most larger-than-life characters through jaw-dropping puppetry.
Beautiful, because that sounds like Tafiti from
well, it says building on the innovative designs that were debuted in the Tale of Moana.
And one of my favorite things about Moana was when Maui, they did the transformation scenes of the different animals.
That was cool, yeah.
That was really cool puppeteering.
Show will use these massive puppets to represent the mythological behemoths like the multi-headed Hydra monster that Hercules must defeat to fulfill his hero's journey. So I think it looks so cool, very promising. There's a few descriptions in there that make me a little hesitant, but I still think it's gonna be really cool.
Oh yeah, and I'm excited to see it officially. So yeah.
So that touches on the Broadway style shows that we have to look forward to. And now, I'm actually going to start with what was actually one of my most unexpected favorite parts of at least the treasure, and how I'm really looking forward to it on the Destiny, which is the they're like the hosts of the ship, almost like the entertainment 100%. Hosts of the ship. It's going to be two traveling storytellers named Zayah and Gamble, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, whose enchanted trunks react to the powerful energy and magic of classic Disney villains. Zayah is a fortune teller who will make predictions and weave tales with the help of a mysterious book, while Gamble will conjure adventures with his collection of mystifying potions and elixirs. So they will host a variety of immersive storytelling experiences throughout each voyage, and I'm so excited for this, with great power, a Marvel comedy show in Saga Entertainment Lounge, which is...
That's going to mirror the Indiana Jones.
Yes, the Indiana Jones thing. So it is a sketch comedy show that invites guests on an interactive journey through some of the most iconic moments of the Marvel Cinematic Universe using comically low-budget props, homemade sound effects, and sight gags to bring the stories to life.
That was such a good show. Yeah, that's a
I
must
cannot
do.
wait.
Yeah.
That is, going to be at the top of our we must
100%.
see this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I have high hopes for it, but I think having those two storytellers is a fantastic integration onto the ships, and I hope that they continue doing that for the ships in the future, because it just brings a different level of interaction with the people that are on board ship in a way where you have original characters.
Original characters?
Yeah,
they're new characters.
They're original characters that everybody loves.
They have, of course, released the Loki show that's going to be happening, which, oh boy, there's just a little bit of information that they released for this. So I think this is the show that they use to highlight the ability of the atrium or the Grand Hall to transform a lot, because they really go.
Which
Disney
adds
goes into
validity,
detail for
in
this.
my opinion, to the color scheme that they picked for it, because the lights are going to be much more affected or effective at transporting you to a different vibe inside the atrium with the walls being lighter. Yeah.
Cruella de Vil won.
Oh yeah, the fashion show.
Yeah. So during two brand new entertainment experiences. Okay, let's get into this here and see what it is. So the first is the fashion forward one, it looks like. An opportunity for fashion forward cruisers to put their personal style to the test on Cruella's very own Wretched Runway, where the reigning Rogue and Vogue, oh my god.
This sounds like torture, because this sounds like they're going to pick people from the audience, and Cruella is going to rip them a new one based off of what they're wearing.
No. I do not say I am usually down to participate, and I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
that sounds like it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah. Dr. Facilian interaction.
Yeah, that'll be very cool.
Who will be lurking around the Grand Hall with a dazzling parlor trick or sleight of hand, and you can join him for a game of chance with nothing to lose. It says, if spells and incantations are your magic of choice, Maleficent will probably be holding court and putting on her own glittering assemblage at Saga Entertainment Lounge. So this one will actually be in Saga, not the Grand Hall, it seems like. Up to whether to witness the magical prowess from afar or dare to approach the mistress of all evil for an up-close and personal demonstration. Of what? It doesn't say.
Interesting.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's actually going to be kind of new. This one's weird where it's like coming back, but it's also kind of new. Oh my gosh. AquaMouse.
Oh, yeah.
So AquaMouse is going to be like, it's the same exact track, but they're going to be bringing in a new little show that you watch as you're going up the
the conveyor belt.
Conveyor belt. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. I think they've released that it's like heroes versus
that's pretty cool.
Very much villains themed because
I love a good Mickey Mouse cartoon as you're going up the water slide. But
100%.
There's a lot to pick from, and I'm already overwhelmed, and we haven't even started filming things yet.
4 days. We have 4 days to do all of this. Oh my gosh.
We need to get in like 3 days early just so we can relax before our vacation.
Last but not least, I think is. I'm sure there's going to be more that we did not cover in this video.
Last but not least for what we are covering at the moment. Yeah.
Is all of the new merchandise that will be available for the Disney Destiny. We're going to spend so much money. All the drinks, all the merchandise. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to
We're not buying all the merchandise.
We're not actually buying all the merchandise.
You're going to buy a Spirit jersey. We already know this. We'll see if there's anything that catches my eye on the ship. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, they've at least released most of the like special collections that will be available for the Disney Destiny. And I don't know. I feel like there's a few things in them that have caught my eye, but not as much as I anticipated. First collection that we're going to talk about is actually one that is really just for our sailing because it's the Maiden Voyage collection.
Oh yeah, that's the most important thing, right? And that's going to be the thing I'm most excited for, just because this is our first Maiden Voyage.
It's our first Maiden Voyage.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to see the specific things that they've got.
Honestly,
if there's cool things,
it looks pretty coul. Like because they have released
now that's
some.
2 Spirit jerseys you're going to get.
I know.
See, already racking them up.
Our bank accounts. But I mean, like the Maiden Voyage stuff that they've released, it does look pretty cool. There's Apollo, which we'll see if
it's all right.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out at me, but I feel like we have to get something that says
we gotta get something that says Maiden Voyage. But you know, the cool thing about Maiden Voyages is that supposedly you get like a few gifts in your stateroom.
Yeah, so maybe that'll be something really cool.
Hopefully, that's the hope. But yeah, a good amount of stuff, like interesting looking stuff at least in the Maiden Voyage collection.
Yeah.
On top of that, so they have the Maiden Voyage collection, and then they have the inaugural collection, which is really just the kind of the debut season that the ship is out. This is what the collection is for, and this is the one where it actually looks really, really pretty. Not gonna lie.
We're 2 for 2 right now.
This one is just so pretty because it's in like these beautiful blues and purples, and then it has the gold hues that are supposed to be reminiscent of the Grand Hall. And I mean, just look at it. It's so pretty. And oh no.
Oh god.
And actually, I was gonna say they have a really cool quarter zip that like I also kind of like.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You just said at the beginning of this video, there's not that much that I like.
I'm meaning out of all the collection, when we look at it as a whole, just moving on. After that, we have. Moving on to the Disney Destiny logo collection, which this one features the cruise line logo, custom line drawings. There's some merchandise that has sleek tone-on-tone patterns and a striking palette of onyx and gold, which I think actually looks like that is very reminiscent of, I think, Black Panther. Some of the designs that they have, like looking at the water bottle.
Yeah.
Like,
you seen anything you like?
I don't think so. No, I'm not gonna lie. The water bottle. I've been looking at the water bottle. It looks pretty
We don't need a water bottle.
I would say we're not getting water bottles. This is, we know this because we have way too many cups.
So many cups.
But I'm a little worried if there's stuff that has that kind of design in other things. Hopefully not.
$3 for $3.
No. I haven't seen anything in this collection that I want.
You haven't seen anything in the collection.
Exactly. Yeah. So in this one I know for sure I'm not feeling anything in this one, but I do think it is cute. We have the Super Character Collection, which is inspired by the heroes and villains theme, obviously, especially with like Hero Mini being the character that's in the bow filigree on the front of the ship. So this collection offers one-of-a-kind souvenirs, and it has like artwork that's like hero versions of Minnie, Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Pluto, as the daring crew of Hydro heroes, which is pretty cute. And they each have apparently their own superpower. And the style is very like vibrant, colorful, like comic book drawings almost. But I'm not seeing anything that I want in this. And then we have the Disney Destiny Ship Collection, which this one should look pretty familiar if you've been on a Disney cruise before. Yeah. This is the the collection that they have across all the ships that feature the logo and maybe like some of the characters, like the Stern character. And they usually, they have this on for each ship. But I've never felt the need, unless Wish was special, which I didn't actually get it, but the Wish was special because it had Rapunzel on it, since Rapunzel's the Stern character. Yeah. But for the design itself, I don't ever really like feel the need to get this one.
I will agree with that.
Yeah. But I can also say, like, especially if people are collecting this style across all the ships.
There's a lot of people that are collecting that type of stuff. So
So happy to report it's gonna be on the Destiny as well. I think that's all of the collections, at least. And then of course there's gonna be like the special merchandise, like obviously the statue.
I was gonna say the atrium statue.
Atrium statue, yep, where they have that. There's gonna be special Dooney and Burks that they have on board. Yep. So I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more like specialized merch that we'll find once we are on board.
Yeah, you'll have the higher end like jewelry areas and things like that, but specifically speaking from the typical merchandise stores, that's the typical things that you're going to find.
Yeah, so those are the main collections that they released for the Destiny. We'll see what actually ends up being in the store once we're there, once we wait in the like hour and a half plus line to get in. We will definitely try our best to showcase all of the amazing things that Disney Destiny has to offer in a little over a week, right? Oh my gosh, it is 11 days. 11 days as of filming. Of course, once this video is released, it'll be a little bit closer even, but we're so excited.
It's coming. It's going to be real quick. It's going to come up on us.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed this deep dive into everything that we at least are looking forward to, all of the new things that the Disney Destiny is offering.
We also know we probably missed some things, so we apologize in advance. You may be screaming at your TVs wondering, why didn't they talk about this? Well, we tried.
If we missed something that you're looking forward to that's new to the cruise ship, or maybe just something that has been across all the cruise ships that you're looking forward to and we didn't cover, throw it in the comments below. Also in the comments, let us know what you're most looking forward to on the Destiny. Do you have a cruise book? Do you plan on going on the Destiny? Let us know your thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive, and we'll probably see you next.
I was gonna say, we had talked about in our other videos potentially having other ones coming out, but this is gonna be so close to the Destiny. I don't know if we're gonna have time to film anything else. So
we're gonna be getting ready.
The next time you see us, it might be from Embarkation Day on the Disney Destiny. So we appreciate every single one of you so much. Thank you for watching the videos with us. If you would like to see our Disney Destiny videos, we would greatly appreciate a like and subscribe. Also, we will be debuting our brand new logo for the Destiny videos, which I've been working very, very hard on.
It looks so good.
We're very excited for it. We like it very, very much. So hopefully you all enjoy it as well. But we will debut that with our embarkation video of the Destiny.
And plus, we may also have an exciting announcement that we will be incorporating into the Disney Destiny series, likely as a announcement at the end, which we'll also probably post later. But You know, because we had that little cruise for the Disney Adventure that got canceled, so we may have officially rebooked. I don't know. You'll have to watch the Disney Destiny videos to find out.
Ooh, even with some suspense. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you on board the Destiny.
See you on board the Destiny.
Bye, everybody.